Hey guys, we're gonna do fight song. I actually didn't think we'd need to do one on this one because it's slower, but actually some of these rhythms here are a little tricky. So I want to talk to you about those and help you guys do this, and we'll do a little play along, okay? Um, it's a cool song. I hope you love this song. If you have not seen her perform this on Ellen, definitely look that up. The Ellen Show. I'm sure it's on YouTube. Rachel Platten on the Ellen Show fight song. It's a really cool performance that she does. Really beautiful song. So F sharp. It's not that fast. It's 88, but some of this stuff does actually feel fast at 88. So when we do these rhythms, I'm going to do them a little slower, around 75, so that you can hear it. And then I'll try to play it a little faster for you and see how that goes. Okay, so let's talk about this. This part, no problem, right? We can all do that. Pizzicato, then in here we start with the bow, and this is your intro, it seems like. I suggest playing this in third position, so putting your one right here. So for example, this third finger here would be on the G string, okay? And these are this is just a number to help you. That's still your first finger. And then I would come down here where I put the 0 and come down to first position on this note. Okay, you could definitely play this in first position if it's confusing, but if you want a challenge and you want to take it up a notch, play this intro in third position. Okay, what else? I think a lot of it, most of it is very doable in first position. So anything in here, you could do it in first if you want to. A lot of it is doable in third position also. So if you feel like doing it fancy, you know, try it in another position. Okay, so let's talk about this rhythm, because that's really the issue. Because what's happening is that, you know, it's difficult to notate what a singer is doing, because a lot of times the way they sing and those kind of melodies aren't as metronomic as something like this, right? This is not difficult for us because it's really on the beat. It's really straight. Once we get here, that 1 and 2 and 1 and dun dun, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and T T T T T T T T. We're really good with those kind of things. Even this, it's still very clear, but this kind of emotion, this is trying to notate for us to read what she's singing, which is why it's so confusing. So I'm going to do my best to break it down for you. I'm not going to be able to break this down the way I normally would count things out with tika tikas and TTs, or 1 and a 2 and a, those kind of words, because it just doesn't feel that way. For one, it should not feel super metronomic, although you do kind of have to play it in the right place. Fingers crossed that everybody is playing in the right place. We'll break this down. I'll show you what it is. You can play along with me, but if everybody in the group is doing something a little bit different than this, which is really possible, you're gonna have to go with the group. So because this is something, these figures, so you have a little statement here, then you have another one here and another one here that are kind of similar, but the beginning part that I've highlighted in orange is just slightly different, but it's so close that I would not be surprised if a lot of people were sort of confusing those, because it's almost harder when they're very similar, but just a smidgy different. So what I see here, I want you to notice right here, your pickup note to this is 1/16 note, okay? So notice the rest that comes before it. You have an 8th rest and a 16th rest. So basically that's this. That's how much those two rests are. It's one of those, and what's left is a 16th note, and there it is, okay? So 1, 2, ba-bum, 1, 2, da 3. Okay, so I'm gonna say 1, this is beat 2, and that's 3, just to get to the this big beat right here. 1, so here's a beat. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me put on a metronome. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you come in on the 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then after that we can get to the rest. Let's go to here. Now over here you have, let me count this right. 1, 2, and a. So here you have 2 16th notes and only 1/8 note, okay? So we basically filled this one up with a note over here. Now you have 2 of those and the rest is a little shorter. 1, 2, and a 3. So it would be like this. And I'm counting 1, 2, because I'm counting what I see. It's very off the beat here. So right here it starts nice and neat on beat 1. This is beat 2. This is beat 3. Over here, the next idea, the next statement starts on beat 2. So for the sake of keeping it easy, because when you're playing it fast, you can't count it that way. Most of us can't. Just count what you see. That's 1 beat, and that's the start of the second beat. So we have 1, 2, and a 3. Okay, let me do that with the metronome. 1, 2, and a 3. 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 Okay, here, now we don't even get a whole beat of rest and then a little portion of another beat. We don't get any of that. We just get 1/16th note. So now we've taken what at first we had an 8th note and a 16th note rest with 1/16th note. Now we move to an 8th rest and 2 16th notes. Okay. Now we move to just 1/16th rest and 3 16th notes. Okay. So that would feel like, and wait, and there's no extra beat in there. So this one I marked is very short. Okay. Very short. That is super small. There's no real space much in between here and the beginning of this. Okay. So this one feels like this. 1 E and a 1 da 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 dum ba 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 bum bum 1 E and a 2. So 1 I'm saying is that rest, and then E and a 2. 1 E and a 2. Okay, it's basically how that feels. So here we have 1 2 ba bum. 1 2 ba ba bum. 1 da 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 dum. So it gets a little quicker. Okay, so now let's sing it a little bit. I'm going to sing it with you, and then I'll play it. 1 2 da 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 ba bum. 1 2 da 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 ba bum. Ba 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 da 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 da. 1 ba 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 da ti 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 ti. Okay, so that is definitely not the way I usually count it for you guys, but it's like a vocal part. You kind of have to sing it, and you want to hear it in your head like that and try to play it like that. So if I were to, I'm just going to pluck that rhythm for you because I can't turn the camera around, and then I'll turn it around when I do a play along. Okay, 1 2 1 2 1. Okay, alrighty. I hope that helps you. Let's do that one more time. So starting from here, ready, 1 2 1 2 1 1. Okay, and that was at 75, so it is a little quicker than that. It's hard to hear. Okay. This little figure right here, I would recommend to play, hold on. There, some of the bowings aren't very clear. I made a note in here to ask some questions on the bowing. It doesn't really say to start up bow or to start down bow. I would start down bow here and I would start up bow here, but you need to do what the class is doing. So just double check the bow. Okay, it doesn't really matter. It's just that you all need to be together. So of all the bowings that I'm writing in, I'm just putting in what I think it might be, but it's not written in, so it's a little unclear. If you start this down bow, I would do this in the lower half of the bow because you have a long note here and you would end, wow, that did not come out at all. Down bow. Okay, so you need a long down bow for that. Okay. What else? Right here you start pizzicato. And I've got these little plus signs, which means left hand pizzicato, okay? So, because this is really quick and you can easily just use your third finger that you already are using on this note to pluck the open D until you can get your right hand over there to start the pizzicato. So I put 4 left hand pizzicatos. You could do that, or you could just do 1 or 2 if you want to go ahead and get your right hand over there quicker and pizzicato. But definitely keep your bow grip because you've got to go straight to bow again here. Then here, I would recommend somewhere in there to do left hand pizzicato, at least on the last 2 probably. If you want to do 4, go for it. Okay, and get your bow ready for this because it happens sort of instantly. Okay, this is the other rhythm spot that's really tricky. So here's what's tricky about it to me. You sort of have these 2 statements, this measure, and then this that goes all the way to the end here, okay? And what I find is it starts the same, but it's these 2 that I've highlighted that are tricky. So you have bum, 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 bum. So this note starts long and then that one's short. Da, da, long, short, da, 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 ba, ba, ba. Then this starts like it, but it changes. It does short, long. So here we have long, short, and then short, long. So that's confusing to us. We want to sort of repeat this pattern. It starts the same, but it changes right there. So that's a little confusing. Also, so I'll sing it for you in a second. This is very confusing looking. These ties, I get why they're there, but I also understand that it's hard to sort of read. So, just for simplicity, I wrote it up here. Hopefully you can see it. Basically what you have down here, follow the bowing, see my bowing. These notes that you're playing these bows on, hopefully with that bowing, broken down without any ties are actually this. So you have a 16th note, that's that first quick note. And then these tied together are just an eighth note. That's an 8th note, that's an 8th note, that's an 8th note, okay? This tied together is actually, once you add that together, it's just a ta. It's a quarter note. And then you're left with one tiny little 16th note. Okay, so basically we have a 16th note, then 8th, 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 ta, and a 16th note. Okay, now what does that sound like? That's tricky, but just to sort of help you break it down, that this up, down, up, those notes are all the same length. And then this one is a little longer, and that one's really quick. Okay, and then we'll talk about this. So let's put on a metronome and let me try to play that for you or sing it. Okay. Here we have bum 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 bum. Dun 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 bum bum bum. Something like that. I'm not singing the pitches perfectly. We're just trying to get a sense of the rhythm. Here we have bum bum bum. Wait. Bum 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 ba 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 bum. Again here. Bum bum ba 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 bum ba bum. Tricky, okay? Together. Bum 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 ba bum ba bum ba 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 bum bum ba 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 bum ba bum ba bum. Now I want you to notice Very end. Up, down, up, down. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Feel these two notes. I'm going to even highlight that. I want you to feel these two notes as if they're a little team. Okay? And then these two notes as they're on their own team. So, up, down, up, down. These belong together. Up, down, up, down. Okay? Ba-bum, ba-bum. Let me pluck it for you. Okay? Starting here. Actually, let me play this. The up, up, down, up, down. Okay? Bum, 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 bum. So if I go here. Ah, I got tangled. Let me try again. I want to play this right here. It's tricky. That's actually harder to do plucking, I think. It's actually easier with the bow, especially with the bowings. So we'll do that. Okay. So there's more of that in here. You could definitely write the bowings in this part if that helps. I didn't do that yet. I've got to get this out quickly for you guys. Okay. Up here, it's pretty straightforward. Again, I wrote bow with a question mark because it doesn't really say if you start these entrances on downs or ups. I wrote some suggestions, but you have to do what they want you to do as a group, your conductor or Mr. Wood. And so, yeah, I'm sure he has a clear idea of what he wants there. So make sure you take your pencil and write in whatever they tell you immediately. Do not think you're going to remember. So if they tell you, I want a down bow there and a down bow there, or whatever they want, you make sure you write that into your part, okay? And if you like my bowings, make sure you just pencil those in. Don't put it in a pen, not in a color, because if they want something different, you need to be able to erase it, okay? Okay. The only other thing here is when you do the caleño, keep your bow grip, because right here you've got to come in quickly with a regular bow, and so you're really going to just flip your bow around. Okay, so that's it. That's all we're going to talk about. Now I'm going to just play it through for you. I'm going to do it at 75. Okay, now I'm going to turn the camera around, and because I'm doing this quickly for you guys, I don't have makeup on today. That is just the way it is. It was makeup or a video, so you guys are getting a video. Let's see. Now I gotta turn this around. So you're not gonna see that anymore. I don't know. I may not put myself in the shot. Ah, hi. Let's see. Oh, I might even stay out of the shot, you guys. Yeah. Okay. All right, I can't show you everything this time. I'm just going to do it slow, give you guys a play along. So we're at about 18 minutes and 30 seconds. Make a little note. So if you want to rewind it and play along or sing along, I would highly recommend singing with this. Sing these little parts, these rhythms, until you can feel them. Okay, here we go. Oh, and it's possible I may make a mistake. If I make a mistake, I'll just pause and give you a place to restart and we'll go on. All right, but I'm not wanting to edit and stop and cut and paste, so we're gonna just go straight through. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, ready, play. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. to try that for you again at 30, okay? The bowing tripped me up a little bit at 33. So get a bowing there. Make sure where they want you to start. But I'm going to do it one more time at 30. 1, 2, 3, 4. I messed it up on you. 3, 4. 1, 2. One, two, three, four. Don't rush here. Shh. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two. Okay, guys, happy practicing. I hope that helps. Bye.